The campaign hashtag play Ghana music 100% was actually banning Nigerian music in Ghana. Now, these are the words of a Ghanaian YouTuber in his words.
Because they believe in local content and as a local talent, they are indirectly confirming, say, Charlie, this Play Ghana Agenda Conference was really about banning Nigerian music.
Now, actually, ladies and gentlemen, to those of you who are not aware, last year, December, I feel like this is a story that's all over the place, and I'm beginning to sound like a broken record, but then there are some people who are not really, in entertainment like that. So yeah, I'm just going to give you a rundown real quick. So last year, this Ghanaian artist, Samini, Samini, yeah? So Samini, he is a veteran Ghanaian artist, very popular, very industrious, you get, and very instrumental towards the growth of Ghanaian music, urban music to be more precise. So now, he organized a press conference alongside other Ghanaian artists, and in their midst was a young Black Sherif. Now, this is how the Black Sherif situation happened, right? Now, in their press conference, so during their press conference, we could hear them say the following.
We've always been advocating the fact that we need to hear more of our own music when we are in our own territory. That's what we see when we go to other territories. If you go to Kenya, for instance, you hear strictly East African music. Yes, of course, we have the Nigerian invasion, which is inevitable, which is not the competition here. That's not the complaint here. That's not the target here. What we are talking about is that, especially for the fact that we have Beyond the Return, which has become like an asset to Ghana. Should anybody travel here and listen to 70% foreign music and 30% Ghanaian music, then what music have we sold to those who returned? So my point here, to not drag it and to not be a long speaker, my simple point here is that if we value the people coming in and the influx of the masses coming in, then let's feed them our own. And I represent music, so let's feed them our music. Like, it has to be a deliberate approach. It has to be strategic and deliberate, without no malice to any other force or any other group. Let's make sure ours is ours, and let's make it appealing to the masses.
So actually, their campaign was play Ghanaian music, play 100% Ghanaian music during this festive period. Now, we don't want you guys to play any foreign music because foreigners will come into the country, and when they hear more of foreign music, they're going to feel like Ghanaians, or that Ghanaians do not sing good music, or that the country Ghana does not have good artists. So you have to prioritize your own over foreigners. Besides Ghanaians, we've noticed that whenever shows are being organized, concerts, you support foreign artists more. And by foreign artists, they're referring to Nigerian artists. Now, you support Nigerian artists more than all the Ghanaian artists. You guys are ready to buy tickets when you see that it's for Nigerian artists. But when it's your Ghanaian artists, you seldom, you barely come out. I mean, the population, if you were to compare the audience, the crowd size, right? When a Ghanaian is performing and a Nigerian is performing, there's a very big difference. Now, that conference, we equally saw Black Sherif joining. He mounted a pulpit, and this is what he said.
This is not a blame game. We are not blaming DJs. We are not blaming artists. We are not blaming consumers. It's a step in the right direction for us all and our music and our culture. So play Ghana. Bless you.
Now, he concurred. So now, unfortunately for Blacko, he was the scapegoat because Nigerians singled him out and they decided to snub his music. They decided to punish him. They considered this act a betrayal. Why? Because he was helped. He was brought to the limelight and he was introduced to a wider audience, especially to the Nigerian audience, by their own Nigerian artists, all the way from Port Harcourt, Burna Boy. So to them, this was a slap to their face and they will not tolerate any disrespect, you see. So for that reason, they decided to cancel Black Sherif. Now, it was a very hot news last year, December. It was very, very hot. And Black Sherif at some point was asked to apologize to the Nigerian community and to tell them that he loves them very much and this was a mistake. But till date, 1 year later, Black Sheriff is yet to send an apology. As a matter of fact, he acts unbothered. Now, we really cannot tell if Black Sheriff's career has truly been affected after his utterances last year. But then when you look at his streamings, you know, if you were to compare before and now, you really see there's been a lot of difference. He's not really getting that fame like before, but then it could still be that it's not every time in your career or in your life that you're always on top. There are some lows and high moments in your life, so we cannot really judge. But then we equally know that some Nigerians, they literally stopped. Even Nigerian artists would not collaborate. Burna Boy, who used to take him along during his European tour, he stopped doing that. So yeah, so now that is how the campaigns happened, right? So 1 year later on, there is this Tata Rave Festival, which is actually an annual beach festival organized by the Eco House Africa. Now, it's one of the biggest events across West Africa, with appearances in Ghana and Liberia. Now, before this edition, Ghanaian artists have, foreign artists like Nigerian artists have been performing. Like I said, the Tata Rave Festival is the biggest youth event across West Africa. West Africa. So countries in West Africa, they actually perform. Artists have been represented all over West Africa. You get, so Nigeria is equally a country in West Africa. So now Nigerians were always part of it. But now something happened this year. The organizers of Tata Rave Festival decided to snub Nigerians from performing. Now their reason was they are trying to promote 100% Ghanaian artists, 100% Ghanaian content, you see. Now, so there is this YouTuber that I do follow, and this is what he said.
Charlie, by closing the doors on others, no, don't think you can grow by eating alone. Charlie, you only end up starving while thinking you are feasting. And so, no, Charlie, no commodeo. Because you are jealous, envy, and you preying on your brother's downfall. You don't want your brother to eat.
Now, according to him, this was a very selfish move, because to him, he feels like Nigerians do not even care if they're being invited to Ghana for a show. Why? Because Nigerians are busy trying to conquer the world globally. Nigerians are now on international platforms, international stages. They are mingling with the highs and the mighty. So not inviting them to Ghana doesn't affect them anyway. To him, Ghanaians, gatekeepers are becoming very greedy. Now, they are meant to open the doors for collaborations, and Ghanaians benefit more when they collaborate with Nigerians and other foreign artists, you get. So you closing the gates, you don't want nobody to come in, it's going to affect them, because first, they don't have the population like that, you get. And their artists do not have that influence. They do not have that global appeal. They do not have that audience. But then working with Nigerians is going to open the doors. I mean, it has happened before. They have been seeing it from Black Sheriff to King Promise and on and so forth. So Ghanaians actually need Nigerians in this world, right? Now, in the course of his video, he equally made a shocking revelation, right? Now, to him, it was not a coincidence that Nigerians were not invited to this Tata Rave Festival, that the organizers themselves, they made mention of the fact that they do not want Nigerians to be part of it. Now, according to him, on the radio, a woman claimed that she had a conversation with members of the Tata Rave Festival, and this is what they said. So in the woman's words,
we all know of Tidal Rave. We all know of that. Now they say that they believe in local talent and not foreign talent, and that is why we don't see them, bring the big artists, and then they have so much belief in the local talent we have here, not the foreign art.
Now, okay, this is very disturbing. Why are you targeting just Nigerians? It's not like Nigeria is the only African country that has produced artists. It's true that they are the ones dominating, but why not South African artists? Why are not Cameroonian artists? Why not Liberians? Why not Tanzanians like Diamond Platinum and the rest? Why not Kenyan artists? Because we do not know them this part of the world doesn't mean they do not exist, right? So why are you so bent? Why are you so specific? Why are you so intentional? With Nigerian artists, what could be the reason? In that same podcast, an invitee said something. Now, he said that Nigerian artists, P-Square, they were paid more than the Ghanaian artists are out to base. Apparently, Nigerian artists, P-Square, the duos, when they were duos, they were given the sum of $20,000 for the same event. You understand? So they had a concert, Nigerian artists were invited, the top artists from Nigeria were the P-Square, and then Ghanaian artists performed in that same event, and one of those Ghanaian artists, they're equally a duo at the Alto Bass, but the Alto Bass were paid lesser than Nigerian artists, and this was a very big problem. Now, in those words,
I remember the first time P-Squared played a show in Ghana. They gave them, that is almost $200,000, and they give R2Bs, I think, 10,000 each or so.
10,000 cities.
Yes, each. I remember that, and it came to the news that R2Bs, when they found out that the money they were giving to P-Square, they were not happy. Sorry, they gave to them, and they gave to P-Square, and the money they gave to the R2Bs were not happy.
now back to the talk about podcasts, right? This very cute Ghanaian host, by the way. Now. Anyway, so this is what he said. This was his own conclusion. These were his own thoughts. Yeah, it's not worse. These were his own thoughts. Let's listen to him.
Talking about we believe in local talents. The industry gatekeepers are gradually making the Ghanaian music industry irrelevant for other people, and I say for other countries, both in Africa and globally. Charlie, time and again, and I say they have shown several times, say they are greedy and envious of other people's success. They want all the glory to themselves, even though the cake is big and the industry is big enough for everyone to thrive, until they start embracing other artists with love and respect. Our A-list artists, and I say the artists you call A-list, will continue to perform in shisha lounges and clubs, whilst the ones they are hating on perform in bigger and larger venues and reach greater heights and achievements Ghanaian artists can only dream of.
Now, I love one thing about him. Though he's a Ghanaian, he's very blunt, he's very straightforward, and he's able to call them out when he feels that they're not doing something that is good, But now the question is, how did we, or when I mean we, I mean Ghana, how did Ghanaians get to the stage where they actually need Nigerians for sustainers? Remember back there when Ghanaian artists were top, where they are peaked, and they did not really need Nigerians. Like when Sarkodie was Sarkodie, when Shatta Wale was Shatta Wale. You understand me? Like what really happened when there was Miss V? Come and see my mother. My mother, what are you saying? How did we get to this point where you guys need Nigerians? How did this happen? I mean, like Shatta Wale years ago featured Burna Boy. Like, what are you saying? The Alto Bass. Who doesn't know the Alto Bass? Oh, what really happened, Anyways, guys, so this is what happened. And you know me, I'm all about here too. I'm all about entertaining you guys while informing you about the things that are making wave in the African entertainment industry. Yes? So I'm going to see you guys next time. Do you actually think right now, looking at Ghanaians right now, all the current artists from Kiddy to Black Sheriff, do you think that they actually need Nigerians to survive? That if they have to scale through, if they really want to export their sounds, be mindful of the fact that just this year, a lot of Ghanaian artists have been collaborating with Nigerians. Sarkodie and Victony. King Promise, I mean, he's had it with the Long Johns, just take a good look at it. Almost all of them have collaborated. Now, do you think that Ghanaians can survive, their music industry can survive without Nigerians? Do you think that their movie industry can survive without the assistance or collaboration from Nigerians? Let me hear your thoughts in the comment section. I am Chioma Dalile Young. See you next time. Bye.